So now we have uncovered there is no observer. Allow this speaker to try and conform and fit in as a person. Can there be a differentiation between me, the person, and me, what I am and what I am not? Whole means whole, you see. So let's try and speak as the observer. Some of these words may sound reasonable to your mind, but some may be unreasonable because the wholeness only uncovers how it's going to uncover. The plant, when its leaves open, there's no specific direction and preference to what leaf opens first and which is the biggest, which is the smallest. So whatever is going to come now, let's take a look as the observer. So let's, for instance, take superiority. What is a superior form? Is there any form that is superior to another form? It's a very fair question. You see, what this speaker person sees is everything is the same form, made of the same consciousness, made of the same substance, and is moving, growing, dying in your vocabulary, fading, changing, improving with no effort. The chair is fading as we speak, or is it growing as we speak? You see, the tree has been chopped down, it has been stopped to grow, it's now put into a form, filed down, varnished, and it's stable. So which direction is it going? It's a form. It is an individual piece of furniture, that we call it. In our human life, which form is superior? Is there a superior form? Can there be a superior form? These are very basic questions. Mind instantly may go into something like, well, you know, the President of the America is a superior form because it has power. What kind of power? Is he a superhero? Can he fly? Can he go through walls? I know he wants to build walls. But something says that he has the power to make decisions on behalf of a whole nation. So is there a superior mind then? There is no superior form. Every form is the same. Every form will come into birth, appear as if it's growing, aging, and fading. Every form dies, if you want to say that. So it's the quality of your life, you see. Is there a superior quality of life then? What is a superior quality of life? The answer is based upon what mind has been educated into as being a superior quality of life. If you have a big mansion, if you have an island, if you live in the blue tropical waters, you don't have to work, you have many wives or many husbands or many social events, you have many beautiful paintings and antiques and sculptures, you don't have to worry about money. Is this a superior quality of life? Of course it is, because the mind says it is. The mind makes the decision on what is a superior form, what is a superior quality of life, and what is a superior mind. This one is a superior mind. This one knows is the most intelligent, general knowledge person in the world. So it's the most intelligent mind knowledge in the world. So where did this one get its superior mind from? Education. Education. What is education? Education is a memory test. Education is a memory test. You go to education to memorize information that has been built into books, built into actions, built into experiences, so that you can copy the previous ones. So there's nothing new, you see. But the hope with education is some few invent more things for the next lot to memorize. And on it goes. That is ego mind. Is a memory. It is simply a bank, a storage, a hard drive of memory. It serves no purpose. Humanity will not move anywhere from this earth. They may set up some Hollywood thing to say we've landed on the moon again. And if we do, how many is going to land on the moon? 1, 2, 3? Wow. Yeah, it's great. In my TV screen, watching these people land on the moon. What about me? Why am I not on the moon? See? You want to copy being in the moon. Ego mind again. Ego mind wants to replicate what others have done before. And when it comes up with something new, it is given some sort of award, some sort of recognition, but actually it is causing so much suffering for the next lot going through the education establishment. Has there anything ever been discovered? Let's look at it as an observer, as a mind, an open mind, as a person. Has there anything ever been discovered? No. Nothing has been discovered. It was here before it was discovered. Yeah, in a spaceship, Star Trek. Yeah, we've got all the planets, all accounted for. Yeah, they've already been discovered, you see. Right, let's go around this corner, around this sharp bend. Wow, this looks interesting. Ah, a planet. One that's never been discovered. We have discovered it. No, it was there. It was always there. It was always there. Medicine. We discover medicine. Yeah, we discovered this penicillin. Yeah, it was there. It was always there. Yeah, but to take a very intellectual mind to put all these things together, it doesn't matter. It was always there. Everything is here. Whatever your mind wants to see, experience, imagine, it will appear. For what purpose? Is it going to give you a better quality of life? Yes. Darling, I'm going off. Where are you going today? I'm going to the moon. Oh, have a nice day. Yeah. Maybe I'll go to Saturn. We've got up. A couple of guys went up there the other day. What for? What is the purpose? What is the point of memorizing and memorizing? It is so the mind feels good about itself. Why does the mind want to feel good about itself? Because it's lost its real self. It is off on a wondrous journey of trying to establish and find its real self. That is what exploration is. That is what science is. That is what going into the universe is, to find out where I am, where I came from, what my purpose is, and who's looking. Oh, it's me. Then you have to remove me to realize there is no observer. Everything is taking place on its own. All these gravestones are simply stones that will fade and die. Even the stones will fade and die. We play this movie and we play it out. And as a person, are we playing it out well? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When we have superior forms, superior minds, superior qualities of life, superior this, superior that. When you inquire and realize what you truly are, what everything it truly is, Superiority dies, inferiority dies, and there becomes a point, you see, where they come from, where they arise from. Superiority is the arising, and inferiority is the arising from yourself. You want to be superior, experience superiority. You want to experience inferiority. But the one that experiences both, it cannot be anything related to them. But it feels as though an umbilical cord is connected to superiority, inferiority, anger, happiness. The purpose of education, meaningless, absolutely pointless, memorizing a test. What about the ones with education who simply memorize the old and don't invent the new? They're stuck with old bullshit that is past. It was relevant. It may have been relevant. Penicillin was relevant. Yeah, it was relevant. But this one who's not going to be a scientist and invent anything new, who's not going to be an artist and invent the new greatest painting in the world, who's not going to be a mathematician and invent new theories. What about these poor ones? Yeah? What about the poor ones that have just been engulfed with information that is useless to their minds? Learn something new. Learn that superiority does not exist in a form, in a mind, in a quality of life. Superiority does not exist. It only exists inside yourself, where everything else exists from. You are spouting a whole world of life as self. And you have spouted yourself a body and a mind that you watch become a slave to education. You watch to become a slave to information. You watch to become a slave to digital media and employment and all these stuff. U.G. Krishnamurti, I could speak like U.G. Krishnamurti. He is a saint. He tells you what it is if you want to be a person. You have to follow U.G. Krishnamurti if you want to be a good person. If you want to understand what you're here for. I'm pointing you the other direction. I'm pointing you in Ramana Maharshi's direction. Inquire. Inquire and remove the observer. The whole observer. There's nothing interested in this life. Nothing is interested in any life. There is no interest. But there is interest when you think you are a body and mind. And this interest, will this interest take you to your ultimate happiness? To your ultimate wisdom? To your ultimate superiority? One or two may. Experience being a king or owning a castle and land and all these tropical wondrous things that the mind searches for every day. Zillions will suffer and fade and die because they believe in fading, suffering and dying, because that mind is a mind that has been suffocated by an education system, by a past system, by a conditioned system, by a human system. You wanted to speak like a person? There he is. I can be a person, but I'm not speaking as the person. I'm speaking through the person. And what the person sees every day with its emotional senses, eyes, ears, noses. Is there anything special? Absolutely not. You're no more special than the slug or the bee that makes honey. You are no more special than the mountain or the lake or the sky or Saturn or the moon. Because none of these things are special when they're separate. When they're all one as pure consciousness, the whole thing is beyond special. Now, this person feels as though it's done an injustice to itself by derogatizing what it projects. So whatever you say, be it positive or negative, you are the guilty one that makes it positive and negative. You are the one that projects positivity and negativity. Your mind is the projector. You, the one beyond that hasn't been invited here today, you're the projector of projection. And you go beyond and beyond, and you're projecting. The universe is away. Galaxies away. Cosmos away. Into the wholeness of consciousness. And then you disappear. And you have to come back as a person to understand any of it. Use your person body to inquire simple questions. What is superior? Show me a superior form. Show me a form that is more superior and more beautiful than any other form. Your mind will say, yeah, well, this one has big anatomy, and this beautiful girl has so voluptuous curves and whatever, and that one is really kind of ugly, and wow. How immature. Your education system must be really stale to divulge this information. But this information is not your knowing. It is information. It has been picked up. And it's your mind that's spouting it and projecting it. To some it may appear to be positive. So to some it may appear to be negative. To you, you are offering, here's my opinion. What do you think? Don't listen to anyone else's opinion, even this one. Make up your own mind, you see. Make up your own mind doesn't mean I have to choose this or that. Make up your own mind means remove this, remove that, deny this, deny that. Be Ramana Maharshi and die. Lie down and die to this evil, egoistic person world of mental delusion that I belong to, and I am part of, and I am guilty of. And I hold both hands up and say, put me on a cross. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that. I have to lie down now and die again. Punished. I'll be punished. Punished by the Upanishads, the only real teachers that happen to give the right information. But mind won't listen. Will it? Your move. Namaste.